Well, you know what? It is a crazy winter. We this is supposed to be our coldest weeks of this winter, and it's been pretty warm. It's been fishing pretty good too. There are guys that have been going to the ponds because those trout are happy. The ponds aren't frozen. You could get to them. Fish nymphs, slow sinking nymphs, and streamers, and you might even see some midges. Of course. Of course, what I'm doing is I'm tying flies. And one of the best tied flies for Long Island, just about anywhere, is the Gold's Hair Rib Hair. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a simple pattern. It has a few things you need to do about it, but I mean, it really catches fish. This is an unweighted version, so this would be perfect for our bays and for our ponds and for the rivers that we have here on Long Island. Tie up a bunch. So let's get to the vise and try it out. Well, Matt, this is a very simple pattern. It's an old pattern. This has been around. This is such a generic pattern. In fact, I caught some of my first fish using this pattern. Gold's hair rib hairs have been around, I don't know, 40, 50 years. And it's made out of rabbit. It's all natural materials. This is going to be an unweighted version of it. We're going to just start with, I'm using black 70 denier thread. Want my thread to go right back to the barb. For my tail, I'm using mallard flank feathers. I just pull a little bit off. And I wanted roughly about half the length of the shank. So make a couple of wraps, loose wraps. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. And I'm going to wrap up. Now, I'm going to tie in. Now, the original used tinsel, but I'm using gold wire. Some gold wire right here. We're just going to wrap that right in for the ribbing. There we go. And then come up here. Just tie it in really good. Pull down. Now, we're using rabbit dubbing. Or you could actually get a hare's mask and make it yourself. But I find it just as easy to use this. And what it is it's just cut up rabbit fur. I put a little dubbing wax on my fingers and I wrap a very tight little noodle. Very tight. Roughly about 3 to 4 inches. And then we're going to start wrapping it. Build it. Try to build it into a little carrot shape. I'm going to put a little bit more on. It's easier to add than it is to take off. Okay. Now for the wing casing, I'm actually going to use turkey. That's turkey right there. It just has a real nice look to it. I'm going to put some more dubbing, a little bit heavier this time. Make it the thorax, and we want it really buggy. I'm going to wrap this all the way up. Right through the thorax. We're going to be I'm going to fold this over. Do a little whip finish. Cut the thread. I'm going to take my little Dr. Slick Velcro brush and right by the thorax, brush it out. And then just to make this even a little nicer, and this is a little bit extra here, you don't have to do that. I take some thin Loon UV resin and I coat the whole top. Hit it with my UV. Cook it really good. This will protect it, but it also really looks good. And missed a little spot. And that's the hare's ear. Old pattern that's made with modern materials. It's a fish catcher. You could use this for all trout, but also bluegills love them. Panfish, try tying them up. I like a challenge, so get out there, tie up a bunch, and get out there and catch some fish. Until next week, tie lines, everybody.